Alright fish fans, you've been grinding, you've got yourself a dev rod, but now the real question. What's the best enchant to make it unstoppable? Today I'm breaking down every single dev rod in the game, showing you which enchant works best and why. Let's dive in. First up we have the Chrysalis rod. This rod is super well rounded, but its control set is actually a little low. That means it can struggle on big fish. The enchant I really recommend is Herculean because it boosts your control and max weight so you don't lose those massive catches. Next up we have the fallen Snowblade. This is one of the best money making rods with great luck and a solid control bar. To max it out, I'd honestly put piercing on it just because piercing has a 15% progress speed buff and it has the slashes to it, which means more rares and faster catches if you want the bigger fish and extra catch. Onto the Wing Ripper, which is by far my favorite rod in the game. This rod hits hard but can feel very shaky with the control and weight. The best enchant here to use on this rod is Herculean, just to stabilize the resilience on this rod. However, when you're fishing at nighttime, the progress speed goes up tremendously, as you can see in this clip right here. So I highly recommend you use Herculean just to get a little bit of a bigger bar. Now for the Cinder String. It shines with damage and style, but it could honestly use a lot more control to it with that 10 extra progress speed. If you want to farm apex fish such as like the Scylla, moss lurkers, etc., you could also go with piercing, but once again I highly recommend using Herculean. Next is a Rod of the Depths but on steroids. The Eardrum Rod. It's overall a solid rod. The only thing needing some fixing is the resilience on the rod. However, that's where these two enchantments come into play. Piercing and Chaotic. Chaotic is in here because of the fact it has a piercing effect and the Chaotic multiplier is one of the highest in the game. You want to use these two enchantments because of the fact that when you have low resilience on a rod, the slashes come out very often. The Onirifalx has insane amount of luck and lure speed, but is extremely weak on the resilient side. To fix that, I would highly recommend going with piercing, because the less amount of resilience you have on a rod, the more the pierces take effect in catching a fish. Now let's talk about Polaris Serenade. This rod is extremely stacked with its progress speed, instant catch lure speed, high luck, a massive control bar, and even got sparkling and shiny bonuses. Honestly, you can't go wrong when picking an enchantment here. I have Bless Song just because of the fact I wanted more progress speed. If you want bigger fish, you could also just choose Sea Overlord. Or if you want more luck and more progress speed, you could choose Immortal. And finally, the Axe of Rhoads. It's honestly overall a decent rod, not the best, not the worst. But honestly, I would highly recommend putting Immortal on this just because of the fact the luck isn't as high. But Immortal also gives you 30% progress speed. Now, the lure speed is also not the best, so you could always just easy fix that with a bait that has high lure speed. So to recap on everything we just went over, Herculean for the Chrysalis rod, piercing for fallen Snowblade, Herculean for Wing Ripper, Herculean for Cinder String, Chaotic or piercing for the Eardrum rod, piercing for Onirifalx rod, Bless Song, Immortal, or Sea Overlord for the Polaris Serenade, and Immortal for the Axe of Rhoads. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fish guides.